Good evening and welcome back to Ego, the skill provider. This is a completely new class of spoken English, and we are into something called normal sentence. How to we are taking a lot of classes on how to frame a sentence. That's very important. In the previous week itself, and the previous days, like what we have discussed, something called how exactly you can use present perfect, how exactly you can use simple past, how exactly you can use past perfect, present perfect, progressive, all the structures using different situation. Today I have taken a very interesting topic, and what is that? How to express future time. Very interesting, right? So most of the time trying to say something about future. Without future, how exactly you can exist in the society? Not possible for you, me, for anybody. We are trying to express future time. How exactly you are going to express future time? That's the need of the hour. Okay, and that's for the topic today. Let me share the screen before you take it out. And this is the things I want to teach you today. This is something called future time, right? We are going to learn something called future time. So like that, we have something called now, something called present or now, past, and something called future. And we are going to discuss today what are the different ways you can express your future time. And the irony is that the sad part of the story is that you guys have a notion that whenever I say future time, it's all about shall and will. Yes or no? Most of the time, right? ତ ଆପଣମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଇଂଲିଶରେ କିଛି କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରନ୍ତି, I have seen most of the time you people are using mostly shall and will in your daily conversation whenever something refers to future time, right?
Yes, sir.
Most of them, I'll call you, i'll go I'll go to Odisha tomorrow. Every time shall and will. So shall and will predominantly used in your conversation, and you can find out today which is absolutely wrong. Most of the time you are using shall and will, that is called ample usage of something leads to nothing. That means you are making a blunder as per the modern grammar. तो आज हमें देखिबा कोन को that actually shall and use करे. I'm not telling that shall and will you cannot use. You are supposed to use shall and will, but let me underline the words I'm going to tell you. Let me underline the sentence. Future time, to future time, you don't require shall and will every time. Shall and will is not the heart of future time. It is a part of future time. Let me tell you once more. It is not the heart of future time. It is something called a part of future time. That means a part, a portion of future time can be expressed in shall and will, through shall and will. Okay. So today I'm going to tell you how exactly you can express future time, right? So how to express future time? Let me tell you. Future time can be expressed in three different ways. That's very important. Future time can be expressed in three different ways. Okay. The first one, using shall and will. Shall and will. This is the first one. Okay. The second one, using present aggressive. I request everybody to mute the mic. Whenever it's required, you can speak. And the third one is called simple present. So these are the three things you can use to speak English when it refers to future time. Future time ray, you can use three different things. Okay, let me tell you, this constitute almost 40% of your conversation, and this is also 40%, and this is called 20%. So 40, 40, and 20, that completes 100%, right? But very sadly, present progressive and simple present you guys are not using. You are very much concerned about shall and will. Because for each and every sentence, you use shall and will. Prime Minister is will come to Bhubaneswar. I am going to Puri tomorrow. He comes to. I mean, he will come tomorrow. Like that every time. Shall and will. You always feel perhaps shall and will is the only. It refers only the future time. And today I'm going to tell you. I'm going to open your mind. You can find it out. Most of the time you are wrong using shall and will. You are supposed to use present progressive and simple present. So before that, let me tell you what is shall and will. In a school days, ଆପଣ school ରେ ଥିଲେ, let me tell you little bit in Oriya. ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସାର୍ କହୁଥିଲେ କ'ଣ? I shall go. I shall go ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଯିବି. I will go ମାନେ ଯିବି. ତ ସାରଙ୍କୁ ପଚାରିଥିବେ ଆପଣ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ସମ୍ମତ ହୁଏ. ସାର୍ shall ଟା ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବି ନା will ଟା ବ୍ୟବହାର? ଯୋଉଟା ବ୍ୟବହାର କଲେ ଚଳିବ. Anything. shall ଟା ଚଳିବ, will ଟା ଚଳିବ. ତାମାନେ ଯିଏ ଲେଖିଛି ସେ ବୋଧେ ଗଞ୍ଜେଇ ଖାଇକି ଲେଖିଥିଲା. I feel like that. He has taken some liquid and something like that. No, it's not like that. My dear friends, there are two different words. Today I'm going to tell you. Shall is used for British English. It is a British English word. British English. This is called British English. And will is called American English. So this is called American English and this is called British English. That is valid in spoken English. Very important. It is all about spoken English, not written English. Because I have already informed you, there is a difference between spoken English and written English. They are not essentially equal. So our discussion is respect to spoken English. The spoken English will lagauchanti. Most American people, if are trying to have a conversation with an American guy, so that is called, you can find will. And shall is a British English. I shall go, I will go. I will go American English. I shall go British English. The problem is that why you are using shall and will? Because we Indian are hybrid model. Very sorry, I am very sorry to say. We are hybrid because this is not our mother tongue. Most of the time we are using, we say this is an apartment. Okay, this is an apartment. This is a flat. Apartment is called American English. Flat is called British English. So sometimes ame jota ko flat कहूचे, सेटा कहूचे American English. ame कहूचे lorry, ame कहूचे truck. The truck is British English. Lorry, American English. So like that, most of the time, a single word having double meaning without understanding, we are using two different English. One is called British English, other is called American English. This is called British English and this is called American English. Today, I'm not going to discuss all such things because it's a completely different topic. Aji ame explain karuchanti, shall and will ame ko jagar lageba. Right? So let me tell you, for spoken English, you can use shall and you can also use will because we are Indians and we Indians have the, have the privilege to learn two different languages. One is called British English, other is called American English. But right now, the choice is yours. If you ask me personally, I always use will for my spoken English. I don't use. If you are very comfortable, you can use will. If you are very much comfortable, you can use shall. It depends upon you. But use only one. Don't use shall, will, shall and will. Then sometimes it is a problem for you. You guys will not be fluent because doing the same things repeatedly, then fluency will come. ଯଦି ଆପଣ କହିବେ କେତେବେଳେ shall use କରିବେ, କେତେବେଳେ will use କରିବେ, and it may create problem for you. Either use shall or either use will. Do a lot of practice on that particular things. Okay. So right now, let me tell you where exactly use shall and where exactly you can use should or shall will. You take it. This is a complete bunch. So এটা কোন situation ଆମେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବା. Okay. Let's apply SBL technique. SBL stands for situation based learning. So today I'm going to tell you there are certain situation in your life where exactly you can use shall and will. There are certain situation you can use something called present progressive. There are certain situation you can use simple present. Okay. So let's come to shall and will. And here is the screen before you. Upon dekhantu. Take out the screen. Have you checked it out? The situation is like that. Future time with shall and will, uncertain future and immediate decision. That's very interesting. One is called uncertain future. And the second one is called immediate decision. Right? So let's come to the board and try to understand what does that mean. What do you understand exactly that uncertain future and immediate decision pai ame shall and will vyavahar kariba. That's only situation. Pretty important for you, my friends. Don't use every time. Use only for uncertain future. What do you mean uncertain future? That means that is no guarantee you are going to do that. Let me give an example. I am busy, I'll call you. I will call you back. Upon a sentence most of the time use korchandi. I'll call you back. I'll call you back. What do you mean by that? That means you are not sure. Maybe 50% you can call and 50% you may not call. So there is a probability. There is a possibility you can call and there is no certainty. Probability and certainty are two different things. Probability may happen, may not happen. It may rain. That means rain may happen or may not happen. But it 100% rain. That means obviously you are going to be drenched. Right? So it is always used for uncertain future. I'll call you back. That means no guarantees that I'm going to call you. But ଆପଣ 100% call କରିକି ମଧ୍ୟ ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି I'll call you because you don't know. Today I'm going to tell you how exactly you can use the situation. And the second thing is I'll call immediate decision. What do you mean by immediate decision? Look, in your day-to-day life, certain emergency situation arises. Yes or no? Everybody, look, I'm a human being. And those who are before me, they are all human beings. And as a human beings, we come across a lot of emergency situations. Look at the things. I'm standing before you, right? And there is a suddenly like a chest pain happens here. I got a pain here. So what I have to do? I have to go to the hospital. I will go to hospital. I will go to hospital. Immediate decision. Because the decision requires your immediate attention. Otherwise, you are going to die. 100%. Nobody can stop you. If there is a problem, I suppose, I feel like vomiting. I have to stop the class. I have to. I can say, my dear friends, I feel like a tendency. I feel nausea. So I stop the class. I will immediate decision. So immediate decision, uncertain future. You can use I will call you back. No guarantee. I'll go there. No guarantee. Suppose you say, sir, I'll call you tomorrow. No guarantee. You may call and may not call. And that is something called, shall and will. And here is the screen before you. Take it out once more. I am going to play that screen before you. So using SBL technique, uncertain future and immediate decision. I am busy now. I'll call you up after some time. I feel uneasy while breathing. I'll go to hospital for a checkup. So it happened. The second things happens, immediate decision. That was an immediate decision. No, that is very interesting. This is something called immediate decision happens. Okay. And this is something called immediate decision. That is something called immediate decision. Because I feel like something, and then I thought it is better for me, I can go. And this is uncertain future. That is not certain. Let me put it in something called, green. Let me highlight it green. And this is something called highlight. I'm going to highlight it like this. So that is more important, friends. So you understand, for uncertain future, I have used shall and will, and immediate decision, I have also used shall and will. Now this is clear to everybody? Yes or no? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, Trilochan sir, Ramakant
Yes,
sir,
sir.
Manin, everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Manoj
Yes, sir.
sir. Okay, great. So what exactly you understand, for uncertain future, you are supposed to use shall and will. Okay. Right now, let me come to the second things. Using present progressive. Using present progressive. What exactly you understand? That, this part is clear. This is clear to you. This is clear to you. Right now, let me erase it. Right? Right now, let me describe something called future time with present progressive. And that's very interesting also. Future time with the present progressive. That's very interesting. Okay. So where exactly you can use, there are certain situation. ଆଉ କୋଉ କୋଉ situation ଆପଣ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିପାରିବେ, check it out. It is there on your screen. ଆପଣ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ. The first thing is called decision taken in advance. Very interesting. For advanced decision. Advanced decision. Advanced decision. And the second thing is that rule number 2, you are sure of something to happen. You are sure of something to happen. You are sure of something to happen. There are two situations that you are supposed to use the present progressive. Okay, let me tell you, my friends, this is all about also part of future time. Look, an advanced decision. More a choti example douchi, and from there you can easily understand what exactly I mean. Let me give you a timeline. This is my timeline. Okay, आपण भावନ୍ତୁ एटा timeline. Okay, and today is 11th. आपण जानछन्ती today होची 11th. Right? तो आज ଆମେ କ୍ଲାସ କରୁଥିଲେ, ତ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ମଣ ସାର୍ କଣ କହିବେ, ସାର୍ ମୁଁ କାଲି ଆଉ ପରଦିନ କ୍ଲାସ କରିପାରିବିନି, ସାର୍ ଏମିତି କହିବେ। କଣ ପାଇଁ ନା ସାର୍ 12 ତାରିଖରେ ସପୋଜ ସେ ଦିଲ୍ଲୀ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି, ଦିଲ୍ଲୀରେ ଅଛନ୍ତି ବା ମୁମ୍ବାଇ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି, ଏଜ ଏ ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ, ତ ସାର୍ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ମୁମ୍ବାଇ, ତ 12 ତାରିଖରେ ସାର୍ ମୁମ୍ବାଇ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି, ତ ସାର୍ 12 ତାରିଖରେ ମୁମ୍ବାଇ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ବୋଲି ଜାଣିଲେ କେମିତି? ଅବଭିୟସଲି 10 ତାରିଖ କିମ୍ବା 9 ତାରିଖରେ ସେ ଗୋଟେ ଡିସିସନ ନେଇ ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି from his
Yes.
department. He got a call
Yes.
letter or something like that. Okay, he has taken a decision. ଆଉ ସେ decision ଟା ମତେ ସେ ଆଜି ଜଣେଇଲେ ଯେ ସେ ଯିବେ ବୋଲି। So this kind of situation happens in your life most of the time. What are the situation? ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ leisurely travel କରୁଛନ୍ତି, what are the situation? First, number 1, travel. That is called planned travel. Planned. What are the planned travel? Suppose you are trying to go to, this summer has set in and you are trying to fly to Goa for vacation with your family. ଆପଣ କଣ ସକାଳୁ ଉଠି ଧାଇଁବେ? It's not like that. You are supposed to take a lot of things. ମାନେ କୋଉ air ରେ ଯିବେ, whether it's Go Air or it is Air India or it is something called Jet, all the things. କୋଉ hotel ରେ ରହିବେ, କିଏ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଯିବେ, କେତେ ଦିନ ରହିବେ, a lot of things happens. So that is called planned travel. Okay. The second one is called marriage. So whenever it's called marriage, basically arranged marriage. Okay. In the arranged marriage things, arranged marriage, what happens? ଆପଣ ଦେଖିଥିବେ, you might have seen it, like ଆପଣ ଯୋଉ ପତ୍ରିକା ଦେଖନ୍ତି, like ଆପଣଙ୍କ invitation card ଆସିଥିବ, ଯଦି English ଲେଖା ହେଇଥିବ my daughter is getting married. କାଇଁ will marry ତ ଲେଖା ହେଇନି, ଆପଣ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ, I challenge you. ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ପତ୍ରିକା ଯୋଉଟା ଇଂଲିଶ ରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଥିବ, ଗୁଗଲ ସର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିବେ, ଅଦରୱାଇଜ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଯଦି ପତ୍ରିକା ଥିବ ଲାଇକ ଇନଭିଟେସନ କାର୍ଡ, ୱେଡିଂ ଇନଭିଟେସନ କାର୍ଡ ଦେଖିବେ, ତ ସେଇଥିରେ ଲେଖା ଥିବ my sister is getting married, my daughter is getting married. So what do you mean by that? That means planned. ମ୍ୟାରେଜ ଟା ଗୋଟେ ଦିନରେ ପ୍ଲାନିଂ ହଉନି, ଏଠି ଆପଣ 25 ତାରିଖରେ 12 ତାରିଖରେ 20 ତାରିଖରେ ବାହାଘର କରିବେ, କେମିତି ଜାଣିଲେ ଆପଣ? Because you have taken a decision in advance. So that is something called marriage. And the third is called career. Suppose ଆପଣ ଭାବନ୍ତୁ after plus two or after you are graduate, you are a graduate engineer and you want to do MTech. ଆପଣ କଣ ଗୋଟେ ରାତିରେ ଭାବିଥିବେ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ, but you have already applied somewhere else. So you can say, I am going to do engineering, I am going to do medical, I am going to do PhD, because that is career. It is always planned, something planned. A decision has already been taken. You are sure of something is going to happen. So that is something called career. And the fourth is called high-end purchase. High-end purchase. Look, lot of things there are a few things like that. Suppose apan gote 25 lakhs or car kinibe. We all are middle guys, middle class family. We are not Ambanis. That overnight, okay, one crore, how much? 5 crore. You can just push it, not like that. So if you are trying to purchase a high land, suppose costing lakhs, so you have to arrange everything. You have to arrange everything. So that is something called high-end purchase. Whether it is a high-end purchase, career, marriage, and travel, plan travel. For these four different kind of things, you are supposed to use present progressive for future time. Let me give an example. More example douchi. Okay. For travel, you can say, I cannot attend the class because I am going to Goa tomorrow, or I am traveling to Goa tomorrow. Why you are going to? Because it's a planned things. Marriage, my sister, my brother, or I am getting married. Suppose ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିବି sir ମୋର 28 ତାରିଖରେ ବାହାଘର ହଉଛି ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଆସିବେ. Dear all, I am getting married. I am getting married, not I will marry. Because it is a decision. It's a decision you have already taken. So whenever decision has already been taken, the planned decision, for that you are supposed to use something called I am getting married. My sister is getting married. My brother is getting married. My niece, my nephew is getting married. So like that you are supposed to say. Okay. So marriage, career. I am going to do engineering. I will purchase. I am going to purchase a house in Bhubaneswar. So I am going to purchase a land in the outskirts of Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, like that, wherever you want to do. So like that, whether it's a plan things, I mean travel, marriage, career, and high-end purchase. For all these things, you are supposed to use present progressive, right? Don't say, suppose ଆପଣ ଭାବନ୍ତୁ ରମାକାନ୍ତ sir, like he is coming to Bhubaneswar tomorrow. ତାଙ୍କର କାମ କିଛି ଅଛି ତ ସାର୍ ମତେ କଣ କହିବେ, ସାର୍ ଆଇ ଆମ୍ ଗୋଇଂ ଟୁ ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱର ଟୁମୋର. କଣ ପାଇଁ? ସାର୍ ଅଲରେଡି ଟିକେଟ କିଣି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ବା ଅଲରେଡି ହି ହାଜ ଟେକେନ୍ ଏ ଡିସିସନ. ଯଦି ଆପଣ କହିବେ ସାର୍ ସେ ନ ଯିବେ, ଯଦି ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ସମଥିଙ୍ଗ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ. Like nobody controls the future, even neither I nor you. So that happens. Okay. But you have taken a decision. I don't know what exactly are going to happen to me after 5 minutes. That nobody can guarantee that. But let me tell you, I have taken a decision. I am going to meet you tomorrow. That means can say I am going to call you. There's a difference between I will call you, I am going to call you. I will call you. I am going to call you off. I am going to call you off. So the difference is that here 50% chance is there. You may call, you may not call. The moment you say I am going to call you, 100% you are going to call. But most of the time, even you are going for 100%, you are using silent will. So you are wrong. So whenever you are sure of something is going to happen, so you can say, I'm going to call you, sir, after 9:30, 10 o'clock, like that. Suppose my boss is calling. So my boss is calling, Indian boss, he can fire me off. So I can say, sir, within half an hour, I am reaching office. I am reaching office, or I am going to reach office. Not I will reach office, because that is 50% chance is there. ଆପଣ ଏତିକି ମନେ ରଖିଥାନ୍ତୁ, a thumbs rule says that whenever you are trying to say shall and will, that means you are not sure of something going to happen. ଆପଣ shall will ଟା uncertain future ରେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବେ. I will go there. ଆପଣ ଯାଇ ପାରନ୍ତି, ନ ଯାଇ ପାରନ୍ତି. But I am going there. 100% ଆପଣ ଯିବେ. I am coming to Odisha on 15th of this month. 100% ଆସିବେ. I will come to Odisha. Not sure. ଆପଣ କେମିତି ଜାଣିଲେ? From the sentence itself. So that's why it is very important to use present progressive in the right way. You are sure of something going to happen, then you can say, I'm coming to call you. I'm going to meet you tomorrow. That means 100%. I'm going to appear the exam. 100%. I'm going to Call you in the evening 100%. I'll call you in the evening, may or may not. ଆପଣ ଯଦି ବିଜି ଥିବେ ଆପଣ କଲ୍ କରିପାରିବେନି, ଯଦି ବିଜି ନଥିବେ କଲ୍ କରିବେ, possibility. There is not something called 100%. There is no certainty, but here it is used for certainty. It is used for possibility. Now it's clear to everybody, yes or no? Manoj sir, it's clear? Sushant sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Clear, sir.
Great. So this is a very important concept, my friends, because what I feel as an Oriya medium school student, ମୁଁ ଜାଣିଛି sir, ଆପଣଙ୍କର ସେଇ problem ହଉଛି। ଆପଣ ସଦାବେଳେ ସାଲ ଉଇଲ ପକେଟରେ ଧରି ବୁଲୁଛନ୍ତି, ସବୁ କଥାରେ ସାଲ and will, ସାଲ and will, ସାଲ and will, but that's wrong most of the time. And we are into a world where it is shrinking. This is the communicating language, corporate communication. You go to Indian Army, you go to anywhere, you are supposed to speak at least 2 lines in English. So ଆପଣ କାହିଁଟା ୟୁଜ କରିପାରିବେନି? Not. If anybody can use that, use it appropriately. ଆପଣ ଦେଖିବେ, ଆପଣ ଏମିତି ଭାବନ୍ତୁ, ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସାଲ ଉଇଲ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ସିଓର ନାହାନ୍ତି, ଏମିତି ଭାବନ୍ତୁ, think like this. ଆପଣ ସାଲ ଉଇଲ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରନ୍ତୁ, there is no wrong in it. ଆପଣ ଭାବୁଥିବେ କିଛି wrong ହେଇଯିବ କି? No, there is nothing called wrong in it, but you mean something different. But ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ progressive form use କରିବେ, obviously you are sure of something good. Suppose ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିଲି, sir, I am little bit busy right now, I am going to call you after half an hour. ତା ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ assurance ଦେଲି 100% call କରୁଛି. If I am going to tell I'll call you, may not. So depending on the situation, you can suppose, you can say like, it's right now 9:50 or 10 o'clock. I want to, I'm going to wind up the session. I am going to wind up session means 100% I'm going to disconnect the call. The moment I say I will, may or may not, if I get some questions, then I have to continue. So please be very careful whenever you are trying to use shall and will and present progressive. Very interesting and very confused concept also. କାହିଁକି ନା most of the time ଏଇ concept ଆପଣ mind ରେ ରୁହେନି। ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଛି ବହୁତ ଜାଗାରେ, ମାନେ ଦିଟା same but with that much of clarity. ଆପଣ most of the time you are not able to do that. Okay, so this is clear. Right now let's try to understand simple present. Simple present କୋଉଠି ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବେ, just check it out everybody. Okay, and this is my last things for you, I mean now for future time. For official declaration, that's the only things you can say. So 2 things has gone. Okay, ଆମେ ଦିଟା ଜିନିଷ already ଆଲୋଚନା କରିଦେଲେ, and the third things we are going to discuss is something called, okay, so what exactly I want to tell you, something called, this is done and this is done also. And for you simple present means, that is what I have written it here. 1 minute please. Okay, so what exactly you understand right now? What exactly you understand? That is something called official declaration. So what do you mean by official declaration? Let me tell you, that's a very interesting thing also. Please come to the board and try to understand what exactly I mean. Official declare means whatever government has declared, whatever the government has declared or decided, all government decision, or all government decisions, or you can say something called declarations, whether it is a decision from the government side or from the declaration. For 2 things you are supposed to use, that is called official declaration, right? So there are countless examples you can give. Let me give a very small example. Suppose ଆପଣ ଏମିତି କହୁଛନ୍ତି most of the time ଯେ କାଲି sir ଆମର exam start ହଉଛି, and you are going to write like this, or you are trying to say this, our exam will start from tomorrow. Which is absolutely wrong. You know why? Because of the fact that Our exam is not anybody's custody. It is from the government side to decide, and that's why it comes under official declaration. It is the government who did the declaration for you. So you can say that our exam begins or starts from tomorrow. So what exactly I understand from here? There's so many declarations there. Let me put it that screen before you. You can easily understand. Check it out. That using SBL technique, you can say that the PM of India comes to Cuttack tomorrow because the PM, the Prime Minister of India, is not the property of anybody. Normally, the Prime Minister of India, whenever it comes anywhere, it takes a lot of protocols. Go through the protocols there, and for that, we can say the PM of India will come to Cuttack. It's a wrong sentence. Comes to Cuttack tomorrow. That's how exactly you're going to say. And our annual exam begins from tomorrow. Our annual exam begins from tomorrow. I mean to say that not will begin, it begins from tomorrow. That's something called official declaration. So, what exactly you understand from today? Like future time is something called you are trying to express everything in the future in three different ways. One is called using shall and will. Okay, using shall and will, something called present progressive, using present progressive, and the third thing is called using official declaration or future simple present. So there are the three different ways where exactly you can express your future time, right? The future time is very essential to express your thoughts, your emotion, anything like that, because we human beings are always, confined to not only present, also future. Whatever the decision you take, certain decision you also, pertaining to future also. So for expressing future, you can use shall and will, you can use present progressive, and you can use simple present. So for your understanding, if you want to pick something, if you want to say something, if you want to express something, please, you are not sure or you are not 100% sure to do something. So that is, you can use only shall and will. That's only situation. I'll call you. I'm not sure. I'll go to Cuttack tomorrow. I'm not sure. I may go, I may not go. Present progressive. Yes, I'm 100% doing that. I am good. I'm getting married. That means 100%. I'm going to purchase a bike. 100%. I'm going to Goa tomorrow, or I'm traveling to Goa tomorrow. 100%. I'm going to do engineering. 100%. So all the things that you have taken a decision in advance, and for your official declaration, that means whatever the government decisions and declaration that comes under official declaration, and this concludes your chapter something called present, future time. All about future time. Future time, whenever you say future time, it's not about only shall and will. Shall and will is just a part of future tense or future time, you can say. It's not the heart. ଆମେ ସଦାବେଳେ ଆଜ ଓଡିଆ ମିଡିୟମ ସ୍କୁଲ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟ ଆପଣ ମାନେ କଣ ଭାବନ୍ତି ଲାଇକ नो shall will ନଥିଲେ ଆମେ ଫ୍ୟୁଚର ଟାଇମ ଟାକୁ ଏକ୍ସପ୍ରେସ କରିପାରିବୁନି, which is absolutely wrong. Which is absolutely wrong. You are living in a fool's paradise whenever you think that only shall and will refers to future. Shall and will refers to future for uncertain future. Uncertain. You are not sure of something to happen. Right now, you have any further questions? Ask me. Lokhan sir, Susan sir, Ramnath sir, Ramakant sir, Manoj
Yes,
sir,
yes, sir.
everybody.
Understood.
Luchan sir, Ashish sir, Maninma, everybody. You have any further questions? You can ask me. Shoot at me right away. ଯଦି କିଛି question ଅଛି, ask me. This is all about how exactly you are going to express future time. It's all about future time because this is a part of simple sentence. We are into how to construct or how to make, how to structure a simple sentence. This comes under simple sentence. Then we have to learn something called how exactly two different past events can be, you can join them and how exactly you can express it. So that is something called, okay, that is called present progressive. Okay, and this is called simple present. Right now, tell me any further questions you have.
Sir,
Ask me. Yes, sir.
I will mm,
work tomorrow, but we can use I am going to work tomorrow.
No, actually what exactly you want to say, आपण को situation रे कहबे? If it is a regular work, if it is a regular work, suppose आपण प्रतिदिन काम करछन, it comes in habit. Okay, you can say I go to school, office or college, anything like that, where exactly you work. So you can use in present, simple present. But if you have taken a decision for a particular things, then you can say I am going to, I am going to work, I'm going there tomorrow. Not going to work. Work means it happens some every day you are doing something. For example, like you are working in an office. Suppose you are working with a bank. ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ bank ରେ job କରୁଛନ୍ତି, and every day you are going to bank. So you can say I always go because I'm working with the bank. The problem is that suppose ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ travel କରୁଛନ୍ତି ବା କାହାକୁ ଗୋଟେ ମିଶିବା ପାଇଁ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି, you are going to meet. Suppose ଆପଣ ମତେ meet କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି, so you can say I am going to meet you tomorrow. That means you have taken the decision and something 100% is going to happen. 100%. I'll meet you tomorrow. There is no guarantee. For the for a way of speaking like that, you can tell it like this. It's clear, sir, right now? Yes?
Sir, yes, yes, sir.
Any further question? Sarveshwar, sir, do you have
Yes,
any
sir.
further question?
No, no, sir.
Any further question? Do you have any further questions? Fine. Manoj sir, Sushant sir, everybody, do you have any further question? It's clear. Okay, fine.
No,
It's
sir.
time
Yes,
for
sir.
us.
Good, sir.
Okay, great. So let's wind up the session for today. And tomorrow we have written classes. We'll, focus on a different topic. And day after tomorrow, whenever you're trying to meet once more, I'm going to you how exactly you are going to express some double past. Double past. ଆପଣ ଏମିତି କହୁନାହାନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ସେଠିକି ଯାଇଥିଲେ ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ହେଇନଥାନ୍ତା, ପିଲାମାନେ ଆସିଲା ବେଳକୁ ସେ ପହଞ୍ଚି ଯାଇଥିଲା, ମୁଁ ସ୍କୁଲକୁ ଗଲା ବେଳକୁ ସାର୍ ଟିଚର ପଳେଇ ଆସିଥିଲେ, ମୁଁ ଅଫିସ ଗଲା ବେଳକୁ ବସ୍ ଆସି ଯାଇଥିଲା. Like all the things, the two actions have passed and exactly you are confused, and I'm going to give you a lot of structures. That is the structure, and once that is over, your simple sentence will go over, and then we'll go for compound, then for complex, then we have a lot of things to describe. I'm sure you're going to speak English with me. Thank you and good night.
Good night, sir.